came across an interesting article here. Concerns raised over lack of diversity in San Francisco school election results. The people on the left are at it again, talking about equality and diversity. Let's take a quick look at this video and then we'll discuss it further.
Election season is in full swing, but it's a small election at a San Francisco middle school that's causing a stir. The results are in, but the principal is actually withholding the results because she says they aren't diverse enough, and school leaders want that to change. KTVU's Christina Rendon spoke with a parent who tells us this has her and her son pretty upset.
All week he's been withheld the results, and every day we're like, what's going on, what's going on?
Bianca Gutierrez's 7th grade son is rethinking his run for class representative. She says he attends Everett Middle School in San Francisco's Mission District, but the principal is withholding the election results because they don't represent a diverse student council.
That should have been something that was decided prior to the election, prior to the campaigning process. He doesn't even want to be part of it anymore, and he's discouraged, and that's where I feel really sad.
So, as you can see here, the parent is even upset, and pretty sure that she is not a white woman. Based on the info here, the school is about 20% white, 80% of quote-unquote minority persuasion. So it's always the same thing with the left. They talk about equality and diversity and all of this other nonsense, right? But when they say equality, they're not talking about equal opportunity, equal rights. They are talking about equality of outcomes.
The principal says 80% of students are students of color and 20% are white, but the results weren't representative of the student body as a whole.
And that is concerning to me because as principal, I want to make sure that voices are all heard from all backgrounds.
Principal Lena Van Haren says her vision for students are to not only be academically successful, but to be agents of change. It's why she called a meeting with all student candidates and administration today to talk about ways to move forward.
So here we have another white apologist. She's got white guilt all over her, and she probably actually has quite a bit of fear of being called a racist. I'm sure it was a big part of self-interest that had to do with her decision to call a meeting and make a big hoopla about the results, because obviously what happened here is there were just too many white kids that got elected by their peers, right? So it's a group of their peers that voted them in, yet not diverse enough for the left.
We're not nullifying the election. We're not canceling the election. We're not saying this didn't count.
She says they might possibly add positions in an effort to be more equal. Van Haren believes this can be a learning experience for everyone. Gutierrez is all for diversity too, but feels there should be closure and respect.
So there you go, right? So it's about the equality of outcomes. So they want everything to be an equal outcome. However, that's just not the way the world works. It's kind of like children's sports, right? They give everybody a trophy for participating, no matter who wins, no matter who loses. And that is what we are teaching our children now, right? We are teaching our kids that no matter what, you are going to win. You are going to win, no matter what. And this is just another situation that shows how deeply brainwashed people are. Even people that are in charge of teaching children are so far brainwashed with all this diversity and equality and all of this, where this isn't even a problem, right? It's not a problem that she's withholding the results of the election because there are too many white kids. Now just imagine if that was flipped the other way around, right? Let's say that, this 80-20 school, 80% minority, 20% white kids. Let's say it was switched around. Let's say that it was all black kids that won the election. Now imagine if this same teacher decided to stop the election, withhold the results, stop it entirely, and say that it wasn't diverse enough. It would be a hellstorm of absolute fury from the media and from the left. They would just be spinning out of their chairs. Their heads would be exploding all over the place because it's diversity. But that's not what this is about. It is not about diversity. It is about equal outcomes. And that is a big, big difference between equal rights. And I'm against that. If it would have been all black kids that got elected, I would be okay with it. All Mexican kids, I'd be okay with it. And all white kids, I would be okay with it. They got elected. There were no hijinks, anything like that. It was fair and square. May the best man or woman win. And that is the way that it should be. And that is best for you. It is best for me. It is best for society. So anyways, appreciate you watching. I'll put a link in the description below. Subscribe if you don't. And I will see you for the next video.